Hello, everybody. Sunday Adelaja here with you. We are going to have a great time of conversation today. I know this person that is coming on to be with me, and I trust him because he is always full of fire, but he's also full of other people are also full of anger when they hear him because he's a truth lover. I guess he speaks too much of truth, so that he speaks enough truth to instigate antagonism from a lot of angles. So, but that's what I like. I like people who say it the way it is. And actually, my story and my history with him is very, very telling, very, very interesting because we started out by him coming to challenge me. That was the story, and I'm sure some of you who are not aware of the story will be interested in hearing him narrate the story to you. But today, that man is a threat to the kingdom of darkness. He and his whole family, not just him alone. Though. The guy has released his whole family for the use of the kingdom. Amazing. What an example. These are the new voices God is raising up for the church in Africa. They are the hope of Africa. They are the people that are going to, that are going to restore the kingdom of God to the African continent. I'm talking of Mr. Haruna Kwada. Hello, sir. Hello, Mr. Haruna. How are you, sir?
Fine, sir. Can you hear me?
Very well, very clear.
Yeah.
I said I'm going to remind you of how we started, though. How did you even come across me in the first place?
On the 29th of December last year,
yes,
I called you because based on the bank of information inside me, I believe you are doing something wrong.
Ooh, wow.
So, because you are a product of what you know.
Yes, sir.
So, based on what I was told, what I heard, what I believed is that DSA
just move backward a little bit so that we could see you don't cut off your head. It's good.
Okay.
Yes.
So, based on what I know, DSA has got it wrong.
Wow.
And we need to talk to a fellow brother to come back to save him because he's draining. But they say you don't blame me because that is the whole thing that we are taught. You know, people of my generation are in my late 40s.
Yes, you are close. You are running after me, eh?
Yes.
You are trying.
People of my own generation,
yes.
When people like Rehad Bonke come to Nigeria to preach,
yes,
they tell us to go and look for a Bible-believing church.
That's true.
So we now say, oh, what is Bible-believing church? So the only thing that comes to our mind at that young age is charismatic movement. And that is how young men of my age flocked into charismatic. And I'm telling you, we have good intention because we want the truth. We are just following advice. We are just following advice of people that we are sure they are telling us the right thing. People are like Rehad Bonke.
Yes.
So that is how I found myself in one of the Pentecostal.
But the Christianity that Rehad Bonke is practicing is totally different from the one your charismatic churches in Nigeria are practicing. Oh.
Yes, but this thing is like 25, 30 years ago. As at then, the difference was not much. So we thought we are going to a place we can grow spiritually.
Yeah, okay, 25 years ago, yes. 30 years ago, yeah.
So that is how I found myself in one of the charismatic. But I have no regret because it's for a purpose.
Okay.
So I called you because I believe that you cannot challenge church leaders. That church leaders cannot be wrong.
Wow.
But this is a man that has a global image, and he's talking about the churches in Nigeria, more especially about a leader I so much respect.
And who was I talking about that got you irritated like that?
You are talking about Oyedepo and Adeboye.
And you didn't like that?
I didn't like that because these two people, to me, they are symbol of charismatic movement in Nigeria.
Okay.
Most of the young ministers are copying these two people.
Okay.
If you go down the line, you start mentioning people like Ineche, Abiome, they are all copying either Oyedepo or they are copying Adeboye.
Okay.
Because somebody like Kumuyi is out of fashion to them. So this, yes. But I'm happy that you started your Christian journey in Kumuyi's church.
Yes.
So you know where I'm coming from.
Yes.
As I'm talking to you, two of my sisters are members of Kumuyi Church.
Wow.
So I know these people. I know the kind of Christianity they preach. So when I called you on the 39th of December, I was challenging you.
Yes.
But I must tell you the truth. They say I only challenge you only once, because the moment you told me go and do your homework,
yes,
that was why I now went back to my shell. I now started digging.
But the kind of person like you is very rare. How can I? You know how many people have told that thing to go and do their own work? They just neglect it and just say, you know, the guy has lost it. The guy has it. But for you to really go and begin to do research, I'm surprised. Oh.
Yes, they say I did research. But let me also tell you what God did to me before I encountered you.
Okay.
I was so irritated by the fact that Oyedepo is arrogant and he's slapping people on the pulpit. I don't like that.
Okay.
Those things happened before I encountered you.
But I still could not those things were wrong, and you are still coming to challenge me.
Yeah, but I was not really convinced. Maybe what he did was okay, was right. I was still struggling with these things.
Okay.
Before I now encountered, and I also told you a story of my personal encounter to the church of his own biological son.
Yes.
How he told people he slap you if he's preparing for Shiloh and you come and interrupt him. I told you of that one. That one too, I was not comfortable with it. I don't think that this is how Christians should behave.
Yeah, especially pastors.
So, pastors, the moment I placed that call to you, you now told me of the personal interaction you had with Oyedepo in his bedroom, in his sitting room.
Yes.
And I believe that you are not lying to me.
How can I lie on the nationwide, worldwide website, internet?
That was what made me to go back to did my research, DSA. And I watched this because my challenge to you was that why are you not talking to them? Why don't you approach them? Why are you going on social media? But you have already approached them more than 10 years ago.
Yes.
You've already did all you need to do as a fellow brother to tell them in their privacy that, brothers, let's change this kind of gospel we are preaching. This is not the gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ.
The first time I confronted Bishop Oyedepo was 2002.
Okay.
How many years ago is that one?
2002. Wow. That's over 10 years.
2002.
Yes.
I think it's 16.
16 years. It's 16 years.
You see?
So most of the thing I was accusing you of, you've already done them.
Yes.
But it was when I went back to watch those videos when you taught the RCCG North America about how to run a church without the pulpit. how to learn from the lesson of Watchman Nee.
Yes.
That tools video, that was what liberated me this. Those 2 videos you did almost 10 years ago in North America to RCCG pastors. All my doubt whether you have done the right thing before coming on social media stopped. I knew that you did the right thing, and these people have fallen for the love of mammon.
But you had not seen the one I did in Winners Chapel by that time.
No, I have not seen that of Winners. It was later on. You now started talking about what you did in Winners Chapel, and I've watched those one too.
There are 2 of them also.
Yes, I watched them. So that was it. I stopped throwing stone. I did it only once. Since the 29th of December last year, my whole view of Christianity has changed. But I must also say this thing to help other people. The fact that I have been in overseas for a long time now, because I used to travel from Nigeria to UK to do my business. But because I have stayed here for a long time, it has also helped me.
Okay.
I was telling a pastor last week, I said, I'm not sure if I'm still in Nigeria that DSA will have been able to convince me. Oh,
yes.
I told him. So I want to be fair to people that are still out in the dungeon in Nigeria under the teachings of these people. Some of them, if I'm not sure, they say, if I'm in their position, maybe I've encountered this life.
I see.
Because your environment is key. And even you, I've told you this before.
Yes.
If not, God has strategically took you out of Nigeria at the age of 19.
I think you are right.
And trained you in the wilderness.
Yes.
You wouldn't have encountered this life.
Yeah.
Maybe today you are a pastor in one of these churches,
yes,
as a assistant pastor.
Yes.
So that's why we have to be patient with some of these people that are still finding it difficult to believe.
Yes.
And I believe that if we show this patience with time, they will be able to see the light.
Wow. But okay, you said you went. Okay, go ahead.
So I went to Nigeria after I've challenged you, and I've convinced myself that, look, I am the one that is wrong. This man that I was challenging was right. We have presented Christ in a different form, and that is why Nigeria is where it is today. The pulpit has failed. They have turned the pulpit of Jesus Christ, the pulpit of God, into a marketplace. But I couldn't see that light until I was able to connect with the message you are giving. And a lot of us on this platform were a product of that connection. So when I visited Nigeria for the first time, after encountering UDSA, I have seen how we have replaced love with intolerance, self-aggrandizement, and egocentric lifestyle.
Can you say that again?
After I encountered you on this platform,
yes,
I went back to Nigeria.
Yes.
Last month. I have clearly seen how we have replaced the love that Jesus told us to love one another.
Yeah.
We have replaced that love with intolerance, self-aggrandizement, and egocentric lifestyle.
No, you have to take all those big ones, the big ones one by one, though.
Yes. Intolerance.
Yes.
When I talk about intolerance,
you have to give me evidence. You have to give me proof of that particular one.
Yes. I will tell you with proofs.
Yes.
First of all, there are 524 laws God gave to children of Israelites. About 524 laws.
Is it not 613?
That's why I say about. Some people say it is even more than that.
Yes.
But let's even assume there are
613.
Okay, 613. But Jesus summarized this whole law to love your God and then love your neighbor.
Yes.
So the whole law given is summarized by the word love. And Jesus said you cannot even love God until you love your neighbor.
That's right.
So this love that Jesus said we should love, I said we have replaced it in Nigeria and on our pulpit with intolerance.
No, but I just wonder, why is it that it's intolerance that the first one you mentioned?
Well, I don't want to just come and say hatred.
Okay.
Because, yes, if I say hatred, it will look as if I'm just saying that we are opposite of Christ. Because you see, you come to church, you will be welcome.
Maybe
at least
not,
the usher
maybe
you
it's
shake.
not intolerance. Maybe it's indifference.
No. Intolerance, I agree. I prefer to use intolerance because we don't listen to the cry of other people. We don't care.
Okay.
We are not willing to see something from somebody else's point of view.
Is it not indifference?
Well, indifference is I don't care attitude.
Yes. Lack of empathy.
Empathy, yeah, of course, yeah. We can say indifference.
Okay.
And then there is a bit of intolerance also, because look at how we are treating the issue of headsmen and issue of Boko Haram.
All right.
That's intolerance. Because we are even saying you can kill them. If they come around the vicinity of this church, kill them.
Okay.
That is not indifference. That is not indifference.
Okay.
That's intolerance.
Uh-huh.
And we are calling people like DSA that they are antichrist.
Yes.
In Nigeria today, if you don't know you are antichrist, I am also an antichrist.
So if you go to Nigeria and mention DSA now.
Yes, you are antichrist.
Okay.
Because they are not willing to listen to what you are saying. But that is exactly what is the problem.
This antichrist.
So when I say
this antichrist, this antichrist that is opening the eyes of people. Now, good antichrist. Oh.
Yes, I like this antichrist. May we have no antichrist like this.
He's anti-religion now, anti-establishment.
Yes, you are just replicating what Martin Luther of Germany did. You are going against the established system.
Yes, sir.
Even Jesus went against the established system because
yes,
they don't like love. They prefer religion so that they put people under subjugation. Self-aggrandizement is about what I have.
Yes.
The size of my church, the size of my car, the size of my empire. How many schools do I have? But your church members that you collected this money to build those schools cannot afford to go to these schools.
Self-aggrandizement.
Self-aggrandizement and egocentric. It's not a pride for a pastor to say I'm the richest. But today it's about I have the best car. I am the richest person here. So you see, this is the Christianity we have in Nigeria. Okay, Enenche said something last week.
And Paul Enenche
said something, and I want to tell you that that is the mind of almost all the GOs in Nigeria. When people like you are speaking that, look, we don't need to build these giant structures. Our people are hungry. Our people don't have food. Our people are jobless. Let's empower people. When people like you are speaking in this food, these people are saying, shut up your mouth. We are building this structure for us to prepare for harvest. What harvest are you talking about? When they are giving people impression that they are expecting souls to be saved, what actually they are doing is to have their slave camps and their zombies. And that is why I encourage people to go and read the book you just released, how churches bring about economic recession in Nigeria.
Yes.
Those places they are calling buildings is just a slave camp.
They are the one causing the economic recession.
They are the one causing the economic recession. We have succeeded in creating anti-God system. Now, let me break this down. We focus on the acts of God, not on the ways of God. Because God has two things that we can see, his acts and his ways.
Yes, sir.
So what is happening is that the churches in Nigeria have taken the minor things and make it major. Well, they take the major thing, they make it minor.
Like what? And what do they make major? You mean buildings?
They make the acts of God as the major things.
The miracles.
Miracles, buildings, empires, size of my budget. That is the major thing. That is the major thing in Nigerian Christianity.
Okay, yeah. And
what
are the things that they were supposed to major on?
Sorry?
Tell me a few things they were supposed to be majoring on.
I will not tell you a few things. Let's go to the Bible.
Okay.
Jeremiah chapter 9 verse 23 to 24, because they like going to the Old Testament.
You are inviting them to the Old Testament, the one they like.
Let's come to the Old Testament.
The one which they like very well.
The one they like. Yes, let's go there.
You want to take them to their own territory.
Let's go to their territory. Let's open to the book of Jeremiah chapter 9. Let's just read 2 verses. Thus says the Lord, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might. Let not the rich man glory in his riches. Thus says the Lord. It's not thus says GSA. It's not thus says Haruna. Thus says the Lord. But let him glory in this, that he may understand it and know it me, that I am the Lord God, which exercise loving kindness and judgment, righteousness in the earth, not in heaven, here on earth. For these things I delight, says the Lord.
Wow.
So you can see how they have adulterated the Bible. The very thing God said, I am not interested in, you call it WWP, right?
Yes, sir.
Wealth, power, and wisdom.
Wisdom, wealth, and power.
Power. You taught this thing in How to Know God. This is from your teaching. You see.
Wisdom, wealth, power.
Wealth and power. These are the very things that everybody is looking for in Nigeria, including our pastors. In fact, our pastors, our GOs are the number one in the race for these things.
The very thing that God said you shouldn't use to boast.
The very thing God said, no, I'm not interested in these things. So please, if you want to serve me, don't come to me with these things. I'm not interested. The very thing, that is what they are flaunting. That is what they are putting. The size of their sanctuary, the number of the people are attending their churches. I was in Lagos, they say.
Yes.
My friend I went to celebrate with my friend in Lagos. I never knew this thing. I went on Sunday. I said, let me go to church. They say, you can't go to church. I said, what do you mean? They say, all the churches here are closed. I said, why are they? They say they are all in Canaan land. The whole Living Faith churches in as of last year, on Sunday, the whole living faith churches in Lagos don't open their shop. They have to go to Canaan Land.
Why?
And do you know why? So that we can have a record as the most populated church in a Sunday service. You see why that ego is coming? There is on Sunday, there is no living faith anywhere else in Lagos, only in Ota. I told my friend, no, that cannot be true. I took his wife's car. I said, I'm going to church. I went, this church was locked down with padlock. On Sunday. Why? Because we want to hit the jackpot. That last Sunday, 400,000 people attended service in Shiloh, in Canaan Land. That is not the gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ.
It is ego gospel.
Ego.
Pride, arrogance.
Arrogance. Self-aggrandizement. I have this. I have that. I'm the first to have this. I've set this record. I'm going to beat it. There was a time he said, I set the record of the biggest church. I'm going to beat the record again. That was when Oyedepo announced 100,000 capacity church.
But why did he suspend it now? Otherwise, Paul he might overtake him. Oh.
Yes. I don't know. I don't know. The money is not coming in again. The money is...
Of course. And he knows that he's getting old. When he dies, that place will be empty, eh?
Empty.
So he's going to build 100,000 for him to die and the place become soccer stadium.
Yes.
Even the one he built now is problem because when he dies...
Yes, we are going to bring justice to these people on earth before we go to heaven.
Yes, that verse 24 is telling us that if we are not supposed to be focusing on wealth, on wisdom, on power and all those riches and things like that. So what are the things say we should focus on rather?
Yes. So he said loving kindness. For God so loved the world that he gave his begotten son.
Yes.
Love your neighbor. Love one another. You cannot have somebody in your church and he cannot afford to send his son to a school. That is what Jesus is talking about. That's what God is talking about.
So Christianity is supposed to be first of all about love.
Loving kindness. Is about love. It's not about what you have or what you don't have. Judgment.
No,
what they use this
kindness you are talking about. Can you prove to me that they don't have it?
How can you have 100 capacity church or 70,000 capacity church?
Yes.
And they say 70% of your church members are living below the poverty line. What is the loving kindness there?
Wow. Whereas the thing that they could use to be okay, you have put university or to do something else.
And Jesus said that this university, these buildings, they are raw material for hell, for fire.
Yeah, they are going to be burned down, everything.
All these things will burn. Jesus Christ did not come to die for building. He came to earth to die for human beings.
Oh. And we are putting money not in human beings, but in buildings.
No. We are putting human beings we are putting attention on structures, hard sand, cement. Wickedness. This is wickedness.
Loving
God
kindness.
Said, I'm interested in judgment, fair judgment. When a widow don't have food to eat in her house, when she's being taken advantage of, go and make sure that this widow get judgment. That is what God is interested in. When a widow cannot afford to send her son to school, make sure you help this widow so that there will not be need in my house. That is where the heart of God is. But the Christianity I saw when I went back is the Christianity that is talking about the size of my building, the size of my empire.
No, but they said
God
Nigeria
said
now
that,
has become the capital of poverty. Did you see poverty when you got there?
oh my God, they say poverty everywhere from the airport. From the airport to my house, you can see people are hungry. I mean, it's not that people don't have car to drive, but people cannot eat food.
No, but
And yet,
do you think the pastors are saying that?
they are right. Most of the people on our street, 50% of our population, in fact, Wikipedia said 55% of Nigerians are churchgoers. So if you see 10 people on the road, 5 or 6 of them, they are churchgoers, and they are part of those hungry people. Let's even stop counting the Muslims. Let's only count the 55% Wikipedia say we are.
And they are hungry.
You shared of a man that fell down in one of Oyedebo's meeting.
Yeah.
And they came and took him, and they said, bring anointing oil, bring anointing oil. After the man said, look, gentlemen, it's not anointing, I've not eaten food for days. We shared this in this.
Yes.
And I've confirmed this thing independently that it really happened. I have gone to church. Once you are well dressed in our churches, just notice you see people around you begging you for food, transport back home.
Even in the church?
Even in the church.
Are you serious?
When I went back, a lawyer called me. He said, this is a practicing lawyer. He said, I should please borrow him money, help him with money to put a fuel in his car. I said, okay, where are you? Come and meet me in so place. Can he come and meet me by 7 o'clock? He said, no, he can't come. He asked you, will be going to church by 7 o'clock.
Why can't he go and be asking the pastor then?
I said, you are going to church, and I told them, I asked him, are you a tither? He said, yes, he pays tithes.
And so this is how the tithe now to take the food.
This is how they have, and this guy is an intellectual. He's a practicing lawyer.
Pastor, doctor, your something, make it show your breast, your chest a little bit. Otherwise, we started to see your ceiling.
Okay.
Yeah, like that. No, okay. Let it go a bit higher, a little bit. Yeah, good.
Yeah, okay.
No, that's too much now. Good. Yeah.
I'm also watching it, so I'm seeing what is happening.
Yeah.
I'll be adjusting. So then God went ahead and said, righteousness, loving kindness, judgment, righteousness.
No, that guy that was going to church, I don't understand him. What was he going there to do?
No, dear say, I've given him a dress down. I spoke with him for hours on the phone, and his eyes got open.
Okay.
He's been liberated.
Okay. So he had been brainwashed before?
He's been brainwashed. Maybe he's even watching us.
No, you mean you didn't know that he was brainwashed?
He was brainwashed now.
No, but he himself, God, he didn't know.
He didn't know. But when I started talking to him, the only thing he said is true. It's true. It's true. I said,
so how can somebody not have money to put food on the table and taking that same money to the church every Sunday? The craze?
Because that's the Christianity.
How can you not have money to put something in your car, oil, fuel, to put food on your table, on your children's table, and that same money that you don't have, you cannot use to buy food for your own family, you are taking it to some church where they already have private jet.
Yes.
They know they use sense.
Exactly. I don't know. So, you see in our church now, we minor on the major and we major on the minor. God said, it's my ways, not my ways. Even Moses in the Old Testament understood the ways of God. As against the children of Israel that understood only miracles.
Yes.
So, it's his ways. You talk about this thing. When God said justice, he said judgment is justice to the vulnerable.
Yes, sir.
I've sent some pictures of what I did. Initially, when I go to Nigeria, I go to these churches, so I plan, first of all, the kind of sacrifice to give. Anytime I'm traveling, we save some money for sacrificial giving.
No, you are not serious.
That was what I used to do.
So that's it. You two are coming from brainwashed background.
That's why I have the audacity to talk like that, because I was a victim.
Wow.
But
no, you mean I don't know. You mean you don't get poor person or widow or poor orphan or anything in your own village or vicinity or anybody that you could have helped with that money?
Yes, I have. But we've all been brainwashed to the fact that we think when you take it to church, you are taking it to God.
What about when you give it to the poor? Not be say that is that not the place where God said when you give to the poor, you lend to the Lord himself direct?
They will never allow you to understand that scripture the way I've understood it now. They will tell you that giving to church is giving to God. If you give your money to the poor man, you tend to poverty. That's the kind of message they're preaching. You've showed this thing before now. You showed it in some of your videos.
Yeah, you know me, I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to the people watching now.
Yes, I know. So, Rehabonke told us to go and look for a Bible-believing church. We went and get trapped. And young men of my generation are victims.
No, I want you to finish that story that you used to package money when you went to Nigeria. And what happened this time? So,
this time around, I packaged my money. I packaged my gift, but I took it to the less privileged. I have videos that I've sent to your team. This is a woman I never met. I encountered her on this platform, Odinaka. I believe you know her. I went with her. We went to the fatherless home, the motherless children's home. We took gift. We took money so that they can also eat. No child should go hungry in Nigeria with the kind of resources in our churches. So I've changed my approach now. Rather than taking my money to these churches to go and buy private jet, I would rather take it to these children so that I can even by myself feed them. If they can run video of what I've said, you can see what this woman is doing from the little she has. Odinaka is staying in a small apartment. I went to the house because I just don't want to believe something I hear.
Even the woman, so you mean the woman is not rich or wealthy or?
Yeah, they say.
It's not that she's having millions or, and out of the millions.
She doesn't have, but she has a child in her house that she has adopted. Almost every week she cooks. She packages things. Whenever we send her things, she packages things. She take it to these less privileged people. They know her. The moment we enter, mommy, they know her because she's familiar with them. She went down to the less privileged to sit among the common people that don't know where their meal is coming the next day. She is cleaning the dirty children, feeding them with the little she has. This is the people I got associated with. I didn't associate myself with any empire egocentric building.
So you could see concretely what this money you are bringing to Nigeria this time.
Yes, I can see. You can see the picture of the children behind her.
Okay.
This orphanage has over 100.
That is Angela right there. Eh?
Angela, yes.
Okay.
This orphanage has over 100 motherless children inside this house.
Is it just motherless or orphans?
Orphans.
Okay.
Orphans living inside this house, scattered by a single family. These are the people we should be sending help to, not people that want to fuel their private jet to move from one country to the other. Who told them there are no evangelists in those countries they want to visit? Look at the children. Look at these children. Some of them have not eaten. Look at how they are sitting. These are the children that need our attention. These are the children that we should be helping. And that is what I was doing. I was right in the hall when Angela was delivering this lecture, because I interviewed her. If you watch the entire video, you see the interview. Look at the little thing we're able to bring to them. This is the woman that does this thing always. That is the kind of Christianity that we don't have in Nigeria. That is the kind of Christianity that Jesus said we should practice.
No, you mean this woman that is by herself struggling, living in an apartment, the little money she's having, what do you say she's doing with? Make you tell me this again. Maybe I want to hear.
She will go and buy food, Indomie. I brought some clothes from UK. I went with at least 4 bags of big bags of clothes. I took it to her. She sort them out. She sort for the children aside. She sort for the adult aside. Then we take it to these places. Let them go and open it, and everybody should take what he wants to use in those places. At times she will cook for these children, because these children you are seeing, they don't know where their next meal is going to. But somebody is using the money to build an empire to himself. He's building a school that these children cannot attend. And where is the money coming from? This money is coming from the groundnut sellers.
Wow.
The people selling pure water on our street. Those are the people that are giving them time. And the children, you can see me on the background, the children of those people cannot afford to go to this school. This is what the kind of Christianity we should be practicing.
Okay, what do you think? Do you think maybe I should invite, I don't know if they will have data or internet to be able to power it. I want to know those parents, I mean, the foster family or whatever, the owners of that orphanage, who are they? Can you tell me a few things about them themselves?
What is happening there, the families, they took some of the children, about 20 of them, they are about to go and play outside. They took them in because they are staying outskirts of Abuja. So as at the time of our visit, the foster parent took about 20 of them to go to all these places they play, these parks, so that the children can have a feel of what it means to have a recreation. So unfortunately, we didn't meet them at home there. We only met the people that couldn't go because the car they have is quite small, cannot contain the entire children at the orphanage. So they used to rotate every Saturday, because we went there on Saturday. So every Saturday, whenever there is time, the foster parent takes these children to a park to play inside the city. I spoke with the foster parent on phone, because they were not available to meet with me. If not, you will have seen them on this video.
Yes, is it possible? Do you think you can arrange it, or maybe Angela could arrange it, that we could do a live broadcast for those parents? If they have we have to find out if they have the internet and all those lights and things like that.
Yeah, I think Angela can arrange that, because after this one, we went to another place. You will not believe it. It's a Catholic church. After this place, we went to another Catholic home.
Do you have an idea about who these people are? These ones, before you go to the Catholic something, because these are individual Nigerians who are doing better than the charismatic evangelical churches that you are talking about.
Yeah.
So what churches are not doing in one house? And this is a poor house. It's a poor man's house. This house that I'm seeing here, nobody can live there in this country that I'm living in now. So this is a poor man's house. Yet in that house they have you said 100.
Over 100.
Over 100. So this is just husband and wife who are just ordinary human beings who have decided to replace a whole church that is telling what harvest, or what do you call the guy is expecting harvest.
Yeah, harvest.
This one's not the harvest.
Harvest. This is the real harvest. This is the real harvest. That one is his own empire he's building. The very thing that will catch fire, that is what he's building. But this is the real harvest.
What is the name? Do you remember? Do you know the name of this center?
Yeah, I will send you details of everything about this center.
Okay.
Because there was so much places we will go that day, we couldn't get details, and the fact that we didn't meet the people running it.
Okay. But
they say you are missing something. Do you know that the road, I have to use an SUV to reach to this place? The road is one of the most horrible roads you can ever imagine. It's far, because they cannot afford a land inside Abuja. This place is far inside the bush. There is no access road, no water.
How did Angela find them?
Because that is her passion. She go about looking for these people.
Okay.
Yes, she had a lot of other places. She go to prisons, a lot of other. So this is the thing that Jesus said: judgment.
So this poor woman, this ordinary woman like this, she is doing what all these churches are not doing. Is that what you are trying to tell me?
That's what I'm telling you. I didn't just see her. I went there with her. I drove with her with two other friends. You can see the white man, the one with the white shirt beside me. He's also a brother. We went there together.
No, please, let's mention the name of Angela. Odinaka Angela, yes?
Angela Odinaka.
Yes, Odinaka
She's the one
Angela.
that
I want people to look for her on Facebook and find her. If you want to give tithe and offering to somebody, these are the kind of people to be giving tithe and offering to.
Yeah.
In Nigeria.
Yeah. Exactly.
So you said she's not just working with this center. Tell me about a few other places that she's working with.
You know, there are abandoned houses in Nigeria.
What?
There are some houses that are uncompleted houses.
Okay, yes.
If you go there, you see a lot of people stay. There is no window, no door, open places. People are sleeping there. They cannot even, they don't have food, they don't have water. Angela visits these people every day. That is why she does her own Sunday service.
You are getting me excited though.
Yes, because that's why she does her Sunday service.
That is real ministry now.
That is the ministry. That is what we are not doing. And the church in nature is building is less than 15 minutes drive from these places. And yet, see the contrast, the abject poverty in these kind of places. And he's sinking millions of dollars to build structures. These people are not Christian, yes.
No, I heard that what was his name? What's his name? Paul Enenshi or something. You know how much they roof? They publish it in the newspaper. Huh? How much? Is it?
Yes, about 10 million. I think $10 million.
$10 million US just for the roof.
Dollars, just the roof.
$10 million US just the roofing alone.
Just the roof.
And that 10 million will take care of all those people in the abandoned buildings that you are talking about.
Yes, it will take care of them. That is only one church, oh. That is only one church, oh. We are not talking about even the top big churches. You remember in 2014, you get a one statistic about the turnover of the top four churches in Nigeria. Yes. You remember? That figure is as big as the budget of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Yes. So that is to tell you where the money is. And that is how these churches has given us this economic recession.
And they are not paying taxes to the government or anything, no.
But yes, let me shock you. When Onaze wanted to bring this bill, I was one of the people that thought he was fighting the church.
Jim Obase.
Yes. I was one of the people that say, they want to, it's true, they want to Islamize Nigeria. I was one of the people. Because that is how they have brainwashed Nigerians. These Jews have so much brainwashed Nigerians. So if I'm one of those people and I'm having this conversation with you, Thousands there have not yet been liberated. But you know that bill is what could have saved us in that country.
You mean that the federal government doesn't have the money that these churches have in their hand, though?
Yes, they don't.
Because the federal government is going to China to borrow the 1 billion, 2 billion, but these people have more than 35 billion in a year just among the churches.
Yes, sir.
That is more than the Federal Republic of Nigeria national budget. The money that is supposed to be developing the country is being hoarded in the hands of these so-called men of God.
Over 30 years of this pyramid scheme has put the wealth in the hands of few churches and has impoverished the givers with no production happening in the economy. There is no production. It's only economic of giving. Go and collect your salary and come and give us. There is no production.
No returns.
No returns. Only giving to few people. And that's why it's a triangle. The triangle is getting
it's
steeper,
a pyramid. It's a pyramid. You are right.
Yes. It's a pyramid.
Yeah.
For over 30 years. 25 years ago, Nigeria is a great nation. 30 years ago, until these people brought these lies on the pulpits, I was a victim. But even Martin Luther was once deceived. It was when Martin Luther went back to search the scripture for himself. That was why when he got his own liberation, I knew that salvation is free. But today, the kind of Christianity these people are preaching is even worse than the one Martin Luther fought 500 years ago. Because they've put people in slave camp, but people are not even aware they are inside slave camps. Some of their members are professors. Some of their members are consultants. No wonder it's true. Opium is the religion of the masses.
Did you try to talk to anybody who is a Christian, who said he's a Christian? I know you spoke to that lawyer, but did you try to tell anybody also to let them know what is really happening? Or you think people are just not aware? They're just like they are blind or what? They are just going and coming back like automatic. Like, did you ever listen to Fela?
Yes.
Zombie,
yes.
oh zombie, zombie, oh zombie. Yes. Huh?
That's right. That's what they have turned us into, dear say.
No, when you went to Nigeria now, your eyes don't open. Your eyes are open and you went to see just people, crowd going in and out and not questioning anything. Don't you think of that zombie kind of thing?
Yes, that's exactly. When we are going out with Udeneka, the very Saturday, I was to go out with Udeneka to these places. We met people with handbills giving us invitation to go to these slave camps.
And they were giving handbills to you people.
Yes. They say.
So those same people who are bringing their money, they are not just taking their money, but they are turning them to workaholic slaves. They are still working for their empire.
Yes, and happily doing that.
So they are not just taking their money. They are taking their time and their energy and their resources and their life as well.
Yes. Yes.
No, because I will understand if what you are saying is that there are individual Christians who go about to just lead people to Christ but not bring to any church. That one I will understand.
You have to come to my church. You have to. It's about my church.
No, but
it's about my church.
If the emphasis is about the church, then it means they are actually building the empire for the man.
That is it. But people cannot make that connection. Remember when you start showing some videos about is your church a cult, you remember?
Yes.
Some people still cannot make the connection that even my own GO is guilty of this thing. Yes. So people say, no, at least my geo is not like that. Oh, no, my geo is different. But when you started saying, okay, let me show that of your geo and show you how he has converted you into zombie, some of them started fighting. Because the brainwashing is so strong. You see, one quotation you said, you see, if I come to you in the name of God, in the name of good, but actually I'm evil, then my chances of destroying is higher. That's why the Bible says, even the angel disguised as the angel of light. The devil disguised as the angel of light. For him to be able to deceive you. If this man did not come to us with the name of God, they wouldn't have gotten somebody like me. I won't listen to them. But because when they bring the offering basket, they say, give to God.
I don't know.
But you are actually giving to them. You are not giving to God. God doesn't have a bank account.
I don't know.
I've discovered three lies, which I'm going to share at least before our time finish. Yes. 3 lies, yes, 3 big lies. They have sold to our people and have kept us in slave camps. I call them the 3 scams. The 3 scams that is destroying Nigeria. I saw this thing when I visited. They told us that bringing to the feet of the apostles, and they will stop there. Because they have succeeded in telling to the people, bring these things to the feet of the apostle. But yes, it is in the Bible. So when you preach the Bible out of context, you con the people. Scriptures has to be.
They are scammers.
Yes. Scripture has to be rightly divided for it to be a doctrine.
That's true.
Just because you read something from the Bible don't mean you have a doctrine. Yet, its appearance and documentation is by the leading of the Holy Spirit. So, just because you say, bring it to the feet of the apostles, that doesn't mean you have a doctrine. You have to go ahead and tell us what they did. After bringing this money to the feet of the apostles, you have to go and tell us what do they do with this money. Did they use it to build their empires? So this is the scam. People did not find out. After we have gathered our money at the feet of these people, what are they doing with it? The very scripture they are using to convince the people, I want to read it for us today. Acts chapter 4 verse 34. He said, neither was there any among them that lacked.
Because they distributed to all people who need anything.
They will not read this one for you. And even this verse came before bringing it to the feet of the apostles. Because it started from verse 34.
Yes.
He said, neither was there among them that lacked, for as many as were possessors of land or houses sold them and brought the prices of the things that were sold and laid it down at the apostles' feet, and distribution was made unto every man according to his need.
Wait, oh,
what is the need of a child that cannot go to school? Let him go to school.
Wait, oh, I don't know. According to this scripture you just read now, the people who had something, who had possession, they are the ones selling, so that the ones who don't have will be able to go to school and do everything. So what you are telling me now is that the GOs who have the buildings, who have the the empires and the and the cathedrals and the jets and the planes and the cars and the SUV and all those things, they are the ones who are supposed to be selling them.
Correct. According to the Bible they are reading to us. But they will not let you know because they are scammers. Whenever you quote the Bible out of context, you are conning the people.
So the people who are supposed to be selling everything they have are the bishops, are the pastors, are the GOs.
Exactly.
They are the
Yes.
ones who are supposed to be, if they want to do biblical Bible, they are the ones who are supposed to be selling what they have and distribute to believers.
Correct.
Am I hearing you?
They're supposed to sell their private jets, sell those schools, sell those cathedrals, sell their bulletproof cars, sell their houses, and bring it to our feet. Let's share to these church members that cannot afford to go to school. That is what Acts of Apostles chapter 4 verse 34 to 35 is talking about.
Let's use it to take care of the 15 million children that are out of school in Nigeria. At least that one.
Yes.
And let's use it to take care of the people who are living on less than $1 a day and remove poverty from the land.
Exactly. So when you say, let Nigerian Christians bring this money to your feet, you have to tell us what you have done with this money.
No, but
if you have taken our money and built your empire, you are a robber. And that is what the Malachi of deceiving people with told us. When you take what is meant for the poor and use it for your self-aggrandizement, and you use it to build your empire, Malachi is telling you today you are a robber. It's not the church member. You, the pastor, you are the robber. That is the con. That is the lies they preach to our people for over 30 years. These are the scam. This is the scam number one. Because they were able to convince the people to bring everything they have. Some of these people sell the only car they have. Some of these people sell the only land they have. They brought it to the feet of Oyedepo. They brought it to the feet of Eneche. But what are they doing with it today? They are building their empires. They are the same people Malachi is talking about, not church members.
No, but
he's talking about pastors, priests that will take the money meant for the poor to build their own empire. That's why nobody can silence us.
But these same people these same people who sold their cars and their houses and brought their salary, now they are hungry now. Are they not the ones who are hungry now? And now they cannot go to the same church for the same church to help them.
Some of them cannot even afford to pay transport to go to the Canaan land. You are telling them to go all on Sunday. They don't have the money. They don't have it. Because the statistic is showing that more than 70% of Nigerians are in poverty. So most of your church members are living in poverty. And you are the richest pastors in the world. This math does not add up. Somebody is scamming somebody. So they are preaching the Bible out of context to con the people. They are con masters. They have succeeded in conning my own generation. And they want to turn our own children to the slave camp of their own children.
Please, I think everybody must go and begin to share this thing. I think everybody must begin to share this message. This message must be shared and shared and shared. Because we must set our people free. But you said it's 3 things you want to tell us.
Yes. So the first scam is bringing it to the feet of the apostle. But they will not tell us. They will only tell you the B part. But the A part say they shared it among the needy. So another big scam, they say this is the most deadly scam, is they preach miracles.
Okay.
Breakthroughs. They don't teach people the Bible. They preach.
Wow.
Preaching is what is meant to unbelievers.
Yes.
Because that's when you have to demonstrate power, miracles, signs, and wonders.
Yes.
But teaching is for family members.
Yes,
you teach believers the word of God. What you have been doing on this platform is to teach us the word. You never preach, you teach us the word. We have a conversation. That's why you allow room for people to call, to ask questions, to even challenge you. That is what they did to Paul. Whenever Paul is teaching, they ask him questions, they challenge him.
Yes.
At times, they even tell him to keep quiet.
Yes.
That is how you deal with believers. You don't just climb pulpit and keep dishing out instructions. We are all the same in the presence of God.
Yes.
None of us should take a pivotal position of making announcement. We are all on the same level before God. That's why Jesus came and died.
Right.
But they succeeded in only preaching. And when they preach power, miracle, signs, and wonders. We don't preach miracle to the children of God because we don't even need sign. Jesus said it's only a wicked and adulterous generation that look for signs.
Yes.
So when you are preaching miracle and signs, you are not preaching to Christians. You are only preaching to unbelievers. Because it's unbelievers that need miracles, signs. So it's the message that is meant to be preached to unbelievers that they are preaching to the children of God.
And this is because they want to be syncretism. They want to practice syncretism. Yes. They want to be the witch doctor, the babalawo that is replacing the witch doctor. They are now the replacement for the witch doctors. They are the middlemen between. They want to become the powerful. They'll say they are the ones that are representing God here on earth.
Yes. So I want to challenge them today. If they are preaching power, they are preaching miracle, they are preaching signs, they are preaching wonders. Brother Ojo Edehe is one of us that fell down from a roof of a church trying to walk in a church. He fell down and broke his back. He's now in a wheelchair. Where is their power? Where is their miracles? Where are their signs? Where are their wonders? I'm challenging Mountain of Fire. Where is the wonders you are preaching? Where is the power that must change hand? Where is the miracle you've been shouting about? One of our dear brother fell down on your roof and broke his back. Now he's a vegetable in a way.
So the guy,
not helping him.
The guy fell down when he was a member of Olukoya's church?
Yes, look at him. Look at what they have reduced this gentleman into. Look at him going into the car. This is a sister that we should all commend. This is blessing. She left the comfort of her home in UK to go and stay with Ojo for a few days to show him love. This is the kind of Christianity we've learned on this platform. This is what we should be doing as Christians. This is what Olukoya should be doing. He should leave whatever he is doing to come and show love to this man, because this man was preparing for his coming for an event in Spain and he fell down on the roof. Look at the process of entering a car to this man because he wants to serve Jesus. But they have abandoned him. They have left him on a wheelchair. This is the highest of wickedness. And they are using the name of my Jesus to preach this kind of lies. This is not the gospel of Jesus. If you have power to heal, go and heal Ojo. Because the power to heal is the prerogative of God. It's God that will decide when anybody will be healed. So you cannot use power as a way to reach Christians. We don't need to see miracle to believe, because we are believers even without miracle. And when we are talking about miracle, it's God's choice to do miracle or not. And miracles are not the way God works. God works on laws and order. And that's why we learn on this platform that our God is a God of law and He's God of order.
This is
a message to all our Jews.
These pictures I'm seeing are heartbreaking.
It's heartbreaking. They say this is heartbreaking. This is blessing. She's supposed to be doing her birthday, but she, out of love, she went to Spain to spend time with his family. We shed tears when Macrae was interviewing them, and his wives come on the TV, and she was talking to us what they went through as a family. This is wickedness, and this is what a church has done to this young man. They have wrecked his life because they are preaching lies to us. They are preaching healing. They are preaching, we are to preach love. This is what we are to preach to people. This is what Jesus used to conquer the world. Jesus did not use miracle to conquer the world. He used love to conquer the world. So you can conquer the heart of men by love, not by miracles, not by signs, not by wonders. The only thing they preach on our pulpit in Nigeria is miracles, signs, and wonders. Well, these are not the real thing that we should preach. We should preach love. So you can just imagine what is happening in Nigeria. They were able to circumvent law and refuse to pay Ojo the court judgment, because church rule that they should pay Ojo over 300,000 euros. But because their mafia they find a way around it and refuse to pay him. So this, they can even do this thing in Spain. How much more what they will do in Nigeria? This thing that happened to Ojo DSA happened in Nigeria on a daily basis.
And you mean the church is not helping him right now?
The church is not helping him. The church is fighting him. The church is calling him that he doesn't have faith. That's why his condition is like that.
He doesn't have
faith.
Not
concerned how he treats. Yes. The church, one of them said he doesn't have faith. That's why he's like that. The guy that fell on him. This is a very pathetic story. So this kind of thing that happened to Ojo, that they were able to get away with it in Spain, it happened daily in our country.
Do you
when
think
you go to Nigeria,
can you talk to
wickedness?
Can you talk to Blessing? Maybe she would like to come and tell of her experience on the program, on a special program here.
Yes. When she went to Ojo, because you know God has used you to produce many DSAs. Because if we have to come to your platform, then your platform cannot contain us.
Yes.
When she went to this Spain, they featured her on Macrane's program, and I believe many more people like Raphael, people like Elizabeth may feature him, because we must get this message across to the whole world. This is the kind of Christianity they are preaching in Nigeria. The Christianity that takes advantage of the vulnerable. In Nigeria, they make mockery of people with disability, because that's the kind of Christianity they preach. You remember, one day they said, if you keep talking about them, we will run mad. What is wrong in being mental illness? Is it something to mock people? Is it something to punish somebody with? So that is the kind of Christianity they treat in Nigeria. They treat disabled people with disdain. That's the kind of country we have. Where is their sign and where is their wonders? They have deceived Nigerians.
So,
just story is
did you say that the church awarded, I mean the court awarded Ojo compensation, that this MFM should pay him compensation, and they refused?
Yes. In fact, I thought it's not true, but Ojo has sent us the judgment of the court. So what did they do? They say they make sure that they don't have money in the account of the church.
But they have in Nigeria
make sure
now.
That yes, but I don't know how the Spanish system works.
No.
MFM
what you have to say, you know what you have to do is this. Wait. You have to tell Macrane and that Blessing, they have to mount a crusade. You remember the way Mayowa did the crusade against that lady, that other woman, Funke?
Yeah, we have started signing signature. I think we have over 200 now.
Oh, good.
We are signing signature for justice to Ojo.
Yes, and the way it's supposed to be sent, justice for Ojo must be for the whole European Union, because Spain is part of European Union. So it must be for the whole of European Union. So anywhere in Europe where they have anything, that is where the thing should be challenged to.
Yes. One of us has already written the petition and shared it on the platform. People are beginning to sign. So I encourage people, please, to go and sign this petition until Ojo got his justice. Meanwhile, before the justice come, he has a GoFundMe account. We encourage people to sow. This is where we should sow our tithe and offering.
Do we have the GoFundMe account a number here? What is his name in GoFundMe?
Yes. I think Ujo should be watching now, so he should text his GoFundMe account so that people like me, people like others that have gotten this message should send their own tithe. This is the person who should be paying tithe to, not to a jet-hungry flying Geo. Because they are all hungry for a jet now. On their pulpit, they are boasting that, look, my next jet is coming. That's what they say on their pulpit now.
Let me go back to the Ojo situation. If what you are saying is correct, that the judgment was secured against MFM Church.
We have a copy of the judgment.
Which is Olukoya something. What's they call his name? He has full name.
Mountain of Fire.
Mountain of Fire, something Olukoya. Daniel, I think. Daniel Olukoya, right?
Yes.
Is it not this same Olukoya that I had recently, that he went and sued Sahara Reporters and the presidential candidate Shogore for 10 billion?
Yeah. He's the same person. The same person.
So he is not giving money that the court charge him. And he is taking another person to court to come and collect another person's money.
Yes. That's the kind of people on the pulpit that we have. But somebody called me today, DSA. I must say this thing before our time finish. He said, tell DSA that there are still few remnants. That there are few remnants in Nigeria that please, let's be featuring those few remnants. I say, okay. I know DSA is not going.
Let them give us the names. Now
I know DSA is
invite them.
Yes. Yes, DSA is not going to object if we have such names.
Okay, please. You know somebody wrote me. You know someone wrote me and told me the same thing. That there are still remnants. So I said, give me the name of the remnants. So they gave me the name of one Bile Akane.
Bile Akane, yes, yes.
And somebody even went to talk to him. But he is not willing. He's not, even though he's a remnant, he's saying the same thing, but he's not totally, ready to come out and challenge individual men of God by name like that.
Yes, I know him. I've known him. He's very close to my family members, but he may not want to come out publicly like you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yes, but I'm just saying this so that other people,
because we already invited them. Then there is another person. There is another person they call Peter. Is it Peter Ozub? He wrote a book, the Delusion. Is it the Delusion in the Nigerian church or something?
Yes.
There's something that's Delusion, right. Huh?
I don't know that one, but I know you featured one guy last 2 months. He did well too, though he doesn't have a ministry, but Peter he is also doing a fantastic.
The Delusion, the church Delusion, or is a new good book. I read the book, and so this person wrote me and said that this man is a remnant. He's an old-time believer who is a remnant. I said, okay, we have already tried to invite one old-time remnant to Gbinle Akane. He was not willing to come. So tell this Peter Ozo something. Tell him also to go and look at my video before I bring him in, so that he doesn't say I put him in trouble. Because I read the book is excellent. But me, I didn't mention name here. So
yes, we mentioned their name. We mentioned their name. Because
after we now send them to, I send the man to go and watch my video and see the way I'm mentioning people's name. That was the end of the story. The man they also disappeared. Let me see, what is the name of that book? The Delusion something.
Because I want to say this, because Paul mentioned the name of Peter when Peter was being drilled by this kind of fake gospel. Peter was almost behaving as if he thinks salvation is only for the Jew.
Yes.
But Paul mentioned his name, corrected him, and he took the correction. That is what our GOs should be doing. Humble themselves, accept the correction, correct their ways, and sell all those private jets, sell these houses, convert them into orphanages. Let's clean our street. Let's preach the right gospel. They have to do this. As long as they don't do this thing, we'll keep calling their names until they do this thing. Because when we appear before Christ, He will know that we've called their name and we've tried to correct them. They refused.
Let me try to get the name of this.
So before you get his name, let me go to the third scam.
Yes.
This is another scam, and I believe many people have been deceived by it. You know, one of the greatest declarations they do on our pulpit is long life.
Okay. Nobody will die this year.
Not die.
Okay. I got the name of this man. The book is called seduction of the Nigerian church.
Okay.
The seduction of the Nigerian church. It was written by two people, Gary Maxey and Peter Ozodo. So the Gary Maxey is an American, and the Peter Ozodo is a Nigerian. He's one of the veteran Nigerian preachers who has remained very consistent. And in fact, the person who did the foreword for the book is Billy Akane. So they are friends.
Oh,
yes.
All right. That's a good one. But there is also a man, I'm not sure, they say he's in the south, who also builds schools and then give children for free uniform.
Yes, in Port Harcourt.
Yes.
No, I'm not going to invite him because that guy, I know him very well. He's the one that is using coconut. He's a coconut man. Yeah, he's just using that school and things to brainwash, to put cover in people's eyes.
So they just mentioned it to me.
At least it's better than the big ones.
Yes.
It's better than them, even though he's using that thing just to cover so that nobody will question him. They will say he's good. At least it's better than the other ones. But his doctrine is questionable.
All right, that's fine. So the other scam is this scam of longevity.
Nobody will die this year. I know about it.
Yeah, nobody will die this year. And because of that, people, because of fear, they don't want to die. They are trooping there. But let me tell you this thing. We have one of the worst life expectancy in the world.
Yeah, the lowest. One of the lowest in the world.
With all the declaration, with all the prophecy, our life expectancy, the best is 45 years.
Whew.
Well,
no,
countries,
I heard it's 50. Oh.
No, my own record shows 45.
No, their own record is talking about the men.
Okay, men. Okay.
But the woman is 50.
50. Okay, then that's it. But in a country like here, where you will not hear a single declaration on your altar. A country like in Europe, they live 75 years, 80 years, 90 years, 100 years.
Without any
no declaration.
Without any sowing of seed.
Without sowing of seed.
For long life.
So this is the trending scam. The three trending scam that I visibly saw.
No, but when they say nobody will die this year, you want to tell me that you used to go to Winners. You want to tell me nobody dies in that Winners at all?
Every day somebody dies in the Winners. But what they use to program people, they never announce. Listen to this, they never announce anybody dead.
No, what about if the person is a leader?
They don't announce.
No, what
they
do
don't
you mean?
Announce.
What about if a pastor?
Only if it's glaring. And even if they will announce it, they will just briefly mention it.
They don't bury them. They don't bury people there.
They don't.
Huh?
They don't. As a church, they started recently because of the campaign of people are really angry. It was a recent, and even they say before they do you must be an elder and on the board or somewhere very high in the church. But what is the sense in it?
No. If the church, wait. If the church doesn't bury his members, so who buries them then?
They don't officially bury members. You go and take care of the dead. Like Jesus said, go and take care of your dead. That is the gospel they are preaching. No empathy, no love.
No, I don't understand. In Nigeria, it's one church or the other. If they have left Anglican church, they are no more going to Anglican or Catholic church long time, 30 years ago. You are going to this church now. You die. Will you now be going to that same Anglican church and be begging them to bury you?
That is what happened. We see members of Winners die, is their former church that will come and bury them. Because they don't announce. Yes! They don't announce.
No, are you serious? Are you sure what you are talking about, Aruna?
I'm sure. You can call Paul Akinpolomi. Though he has not stayed for a long time in living faith, he may not have that experience. Me, I've been there for 15 years. One of the things the people in the protester used to tell us then, they say, oh, these were people that don't even bury people. Though. If you die there, don't come to us to help you bury. They used to tell us that. A woman challenged us one time. I don't want to call her name. She said, let's not convert her daughter to winners, because winners people don't take care of their dead. She challenged us on this. So what I'm saying, I'm not fabricating it because I have nothing to benefit from it. So, but the point is that is how they progress. So they make sure that you don't hear of any dead person. It's only, but every Sunday there must be a testimony. There must be a testimony. There is no winner's service that there won't be at least 5, 6, 7 testimony. And that is a syndrome. What do they call it? They will just take one person out of 10 and say, hey, he's now a millionaire.
What do you mean out of 10? He has sold a seed. Out of 10,000, you wanted to say?
Yes. So that is why you will not be hearing that one. That is the one they want you to hear. That is the one they are programming you to hear, so that your attention will not go to the point that, oh, people are dying, oh, people are living in poverty, oh. In this church, there are people that have not eaten since morning, oh. Maybe some of the ushers have not eaten, oh. They will not allow you to know that. That is part of the programming language.
I want to give you a suggestion, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Yeah, because this talk is going to take time, because I still have questions I want to ask you about your experience in Africa, in Nigeria.
We have not even done 1/5 of my notes.
But I tell you now, so I want to agree with you, please. If you could be coming here every week, at least until we finish this topic.
Yes, let me give you an example of what I've just said. There is a family member. His name is Barry. He lost his son in this church. They never buried it for him. He was on his own. There was no any church member that came. No pastor was dispatched to help him with this funeral. This is a family member, a friend. You can independently call him to confirm.
No, maybe he was not a member of the church.
Sorry?
Maybe he was not a member of that church now.
He is in the protocol department of the church and a sanctuary keeper.
What?
But the essence is so that people will not know when things happen, as if death is not part of our life.
Ooh. Hypocrisy.
So the essence is to program you to only remember testimony, that when I go to church, it's testimony time. But people are dying. People are dying. So these are the things we're talking about. This is how the programming works.
Well, I would like to encourage everybody that is watching this program to go ahead and share the message. Please, everyone, share. Let's go and share the message with as many people as possible. This will set a lot of people free. And I've asked Aruna to keep on coming back until we finish this topic. This guy is setting the Nigerian church on fire. Please go share the message. Share. And if you have not yet joined the mentorship program, please go to sundaydelajablog.com/mentorship. And those of you who want to come to Ukraine for HMT in November, please you go and register by writing to hmt@godembassy.org. hmt@godembassy.org. It's in the first week of November. And then those of you who want to get the books, all these my books are free of charge on Kindle Unlimited, 80% of them. So, but you can also buy them on Amazon. But for those of you who want to, for those of you who want to distribute or buy in bulk, please go ahead and get the books, by writing to dssbooks@gmail.com. 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 And for those of you who want us to be sending messages to your friends and family members, send us their telephone numbers. Send us their WhatsApp number, and we are going to be sending messages to them on a daily basis. The way to send us the numbers are on the telephone 3 plus, please go, you see the telephone on the screen. So plus 38 098 596 3838. That is the WhatsApp number for us, and we will be sending messages. We commit to send. We have somebody working just on that. That is our own assignment here. So the person is going to be sending messages to all your people. So send as many telephone numbers or contacts that you have to us. We'll be sending messages to them individually. Well, before we go, I don't know, what would you like to say, because our time is up?
Yes, I want to quote from one of your teaching. We must declare a war against superstitious belief, like Europe did.
Against what?
Superstitious belief. All this craze for miracles and supernatural.
Yes, sir.
That will be leading us to the path of weak resistance. But rather bring people to a place where they can use their common sense. I'm just quoting what you said.
Yes, sir.
If we don't support our Martin Luther King of our own generation, people like you, Martin Luther of our generation of Germany, people like you, our own voting that bring people to the point of using their common sense, we will remain a dark continent. If we don't experience the same thing Europe experienced when they moved to the Enlightenment stage, which they call Renaissance, we will remain a dark country and a dark continent. They added that only God can save Nigeria is a lie, because God has given us all what it takes for us to liberate ourselves. Only if we apply ourselves to the things we're supposed to do. The craze for miracle must stop. The craze for irrational things you cannot just explain to just happen, must stop. If not, we will never move from any place from where we are today. That is my conclusion.
Beautiful. You've done so well. And your wife, she is a champion. Tell her angels are rejoicing over what she's doing. Thank you for letting your whole family be servants of the Most High God. We'll expect to see you next week. Peace.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.